Can we be lovers? Can we be lovers? Cause you're the only one I need. Mind that awful singing. But if you know the tune of that melody, W. If you don't, you'll learn later on. Cause can we? In the spurts of this month, I'm thinking, I've been low-key thinking maybe, you deep bitch. You get me? Like, I didn't say anything. But I'm like saying is, maybe I should just get myself a Valentine. Is there anyone willing to be my Valentine? I joke, it's the haircut. It makes me say foolish things. Please do not take my words seriously. But on a serious note, though, you look good today. I like how you put it on. You put that shit on. Let me be positive a little bit, before I start saying negative bullshit later on. But you put that shit on. W. Anyway, mind the long introduction. Hi, how you guys doing? Doing good? You're doing great. You're doing swell de liao. Cause the boy is doing swell de liao because there's a lot going on that helps the boy stay swell de liao. And you guys keep making me swell de liao. I can't stop being swell de liao. I'm Delialian. Okay, jokes. Let's stop. Ease up now. But anyway, let's begin. So today's video is about books. Yes, but it's a review because I did say I was gonna do a video about reviewing books. So I'll be reviewing two. Number one being Mist, Might, Mayhem. Let me give you my thoughts on it. I have recommended you the book. So I'm gonna give you my review on it. First and foremost, fantastic read. I have not read something that just makes me feel giddily, because it's just fantastic. I haven't read much lately because of my schedules being kind of iffy, poor time management, my fault. So I've been just going back and forth on reads. So this is just a back and forth. But anyway, Mist, Might and Mayhem is a fantastic story. Fun fact, it's actually a correlation to a book known as Nanomachine and Absolute Sword Sense. So those three books are like connected to each other, which makes it even cooler because now you see, because it's all set in different timelines, right? But they're all connected in some way, somehow, because Nanomachine, it showcases the sword technique and blade technique, right? The sword technique and blade technique is also a technique that is used in Absolute Sword Sense, right? So, and that, but Mist, Might and Mayhem is the second time piece. So after Absolute Sword Sense generation, Mist, Might, Mayhem begins, right? And then Nanomachine. So the sword technique that you see in Nanomachine is the same technique that is used in Absolute Sword Sense that was improved in Mist, Might, Mayhem. I'm just gonna call it Mayhem. Improved in Mayhem. So you get how cool is that? I find that hella cool. And one thing is for sure, I like the character a lot more than I should be. Like, this character is pure evil. I should not be liking a character of pure evil, but I cannot help but like it, because the thing is, what I've learned reading this is staying true to yourself. Like, it's generally staying true to yourself. Like, no switches up, no changes. You staying true to who you are. And I think that's what I like about the character. He stays true to who he is. He's not playing a facade. Nah, my guy, I'm evil, dog. Matter of fact, I deserve any backlash towards my deeds, which he does. But he also doesn't at the same time, because in my end, he's just being himself. He's being him. So the idea of him receiving backlash, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. But it must happen, because the boy is evil. But I don't want it. You see what I mean? A fictional character cannot make me feel like this, dog. It cannot make me feel like that. But he does deserve backlash from his deeds because he's evil. At the moment, he hasn't done anything of extreme just yet, but he has showcased he has the capability of being extreme. For now, we're just learning about his strategy as a character as well. We learn a lot more about him as a character, and let's just say the boy, for one, he doesn't flex his abilities. He flexes this. You see, this is the key ingredient to the entire story. My guy is in the most unpredictable situations all the time, but he's always prepared for it. It also makes me think like we should implement that in our own lives, guys. We should implement that in our own lives. No matter the most extreme, chaotic, unpredictable moments in your life, always stay ahead of it, though. Doesn't matter, small, big, medium, always stay ahead of it. And I like that about the story. I love that about the story a lot more. And I like how we see that, yeah, dude is evil, but he's like evil towards others, but he's not evil towards people close by. Like if he has built a connection or relation towards you, he's not like a terrible person. He's like a decent person, but like to others outside he's evil. But he's evil towards the people he's close to, because most of the time the people he's close to are either victims of his malicious intentions, poisoning them and basically turning them to slaves for antidotes, trapping them inside of bodies, you know, that type thing. So truth be told, man is evil. But that's all I have to say about Mr. Nightmare, because like I rated a 9.5. fantastic. Could be a 10, but it's still early on, so just gonna wait for it. But the 9 is well deserved. Character, plot, beautifully written. World building is decent, could be better, but like the 9 is deserved for just those facts. Number 2 being the Lightning Genius. I'll call it Lightning Genius in the story, that's his title, but like it's the guy who's surviving, who is a genius on borrowed time. You get me? So in the story, we get it. He's born with a condition that will kill him later on when he's 20, and he has no time freedom, so he has to push himself to basically try live longer. And that's where the interesting part gets in. You know, when you watch characters who work hard, you know, because they lack of talent or they're not geniuses, this story is a perspective of a genius. Because you know, when you watch work hard character, they always introduce the genius, but we never see much of the genius. And when we see the genius interact, it's not like when he explains his abilities, it's always very basic and simple. Lightning Genius is a great way of showcasing like this is how geniuses actually think. Like they, like for example, your thoughts is here. A genius thoughts is like on a plane of its own. And that's also very interesting on that concept, because it's like I always wondered, like, what do geniuses really think when they come up with these grand and bro, what the fuck was that? You get me? So I like that story. It's still early on, so I can't do much about it. There's nothing much to discuss about characters because there's not a lot of the characters. They showcase very minimum. We were introduced to other characters. Their play will play a key in the future. We also learned him as a character operates on a different playing field. So a lot of things that are supposed to be quite simple and common sense are not to him in that martial arts regard. And yeah, we haven't learned much about the character as a person just yet, but we know him as a person type shit. We don't know him fully, but we know him enough to really get an understanding on how he operates during the story. There's still much to go about it, but from what I've read so far, perfect. Nothing but just absolute. You get me? It's just nice. It was just nice, and I advise you to read it because it's a fantastic thing. My review towards it's a 7.5. Could be higher, but it's still early in its phase. So much desired. The art is beautiful. The characters are decently written, but there's still much for desire because it's still early. You get me? So all we know is that the guy improves very quickly and does strange and cool things. That's all I have to say about it, you know? If you like the video, like it, comment me your thoughts on it. Like, did I explain the stories decently enough, or should I better improve it? You get me? Number 3 being, if you fucks with me, you probably do, hit the subscribe button, and last but not least, join the Discord. Join it, please join it. That's all I have to say about it. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.